Hey there, thanks so much for purchasing the attunement for the 70D Arcturian Reiki frequency. This is a video just to kind of act as a quick training and tutorial for what the differences are between traditional Reiki and Arcturian Reiki, and some specific steps on how you can use Arcturian Reiki for healing your clients and also for doing self-healing. So without further ado, let's jump into it. First off, let's talk about some of the differences between traditional Reiki and Arcturian Reiki, because they are different both from an energetic sense and from a practitioner sense. So first off, the main difference energetically between Arcturian Reiki and traditional Reiki is that Arcturian Reiki is just significantly stronger and more efficient when it comes to releasing trauma than traditional Reiki. So if we're to put a number on it, it's roughly 3,000 times stronger. Arcturian Reiki is 3,000 times stronger than traditional Reiki. Yes, you heard that right. It is 3,000 times stronger. It is a lot stronger than traditional Reiki, whether you use the Seihei or Chokurei or Daikomyo symbol of Usui Reiki. Arcturian Reiki has a lot more horsepower behind it. And the reason that is because we are in the middle of a planetary ascension, and the healing energies that we have access to today far outweigh and are by far and large superior than the healing modalities that we had access to 10, 20, and 100 years ago. And traditional Reiki, Usui Reiki, was channeled by Dr. Usui in 1922. That was a long time ago. And the people that Dr. Usui was healing, and your average human being on Earth in 1922, had a significant amount of trauma in their body. And they also weren't very familiar with healing techniques and the process of healing and what happens when you do an intensive healing, because you end up purging a lot of trauma and a lot of emotions. People were not really prepared for that back in 1922. So the specific energy that Dr. Usui channeled in 1922 from the higher realms was much more gentle and much softer than a lot of the frequencies that are available today. But this specific Arcturian Reiki frequency is extremely powerful. And it's more powerful because we're ready for it. We're ready for fast healing. We're ready for efficient healing as a collective. And the higher realms know that Reiki practitioners and energy healers at this stage of the game are ready to take their practices and their healing abilities to the next level. So that's why this new healing frequency has been made available to us now. So anyway, it's a stronger, more powerful frequency than traditional Reiki. That's number one. Number two, from a practitioner point of view, using Arcturian Reiki is definitely a little bit different than using traditional Reiki. And the way that is that when you use traditional Reiki, you are effectively connecting with a Usui Reiki symbol, like the Chokurei symbol or the Seihei symbol. You're either visualizing that symbol, you are saying that symbol to yourself or out loud, and that's activating the energy of Reiki. With Arcturian Reiki, it's a little bit different. You're actually not using symbols or mantras or anything like that to connect with the energy. What you're doing is you're actually connecting with your transpersonal chakras and then stating that you want to run the frequency, the 70D Arcturian Reiki frequency, and then it activates, the energy activates that way. So you may not be familiar with what transpersonal chakras are, but everybody has them. And there are 7 transpersonal chakras above your crown chakra and 7 transpersonal chakras below your root chakra, below your tailbone. And these extend out all the way out to 7 feet above your head and 7 feet below your tailbone. So the actual bottom transpersonal chakra, because I'm sitting down, it would actually literally be going down below the floor, because I'm sitting down, and it goes down 7 feet below my tailbone. So anyway, when we connect with the energy, we're just bringing our attention to that top transpersonal chakra and that bottom transpersonal chakra, and that's what actually activates the Arcturian Reiki, as opposed to visualizing or saying the name of a symbol. So, without further ado, let's jump into the actual training and explanation of how to use this energy. So, let's start with how to use this frequency to do a healing on another person. And that could be a client, that could be a friend or a family member, what have you. So, when you are using these energies, the first 3 steps are always going to be the same, whether you're doing a healing on someone else or yourself. Okay? So the first 3 steps are grounding and connecting to Mother Earth, activating the frequency at the top transpersonal chakra, and then activating the frequency at the bottom transpersonal chakra. Those steps are always going to be the same, no matter who you're doing a healing for, whether it's someone else or yourself. Okay? So let's take you through the whole sequence of activating this frequency to do healing on someone else first. So, again, the first step is to ground to Mother Earth, and you're going to do that. You're going to do that by simply saying connect. And when you say connect to Earth, that's going to actually anchor in your energy right into Earth. So, just with me, just very gently bring your attention to the Earth, and just for a second or two, send some energy to Mother Earth, and then say connect. And you should feel a slight anchoring into Mother Earth when you say that. Okay? Good. And then I want you to bring your attention to your top transpersonal chakra, which is 7 feet above your crown chakra. And then bringing your attention to that chakra 7 feet above you, just imagine that it's all the way up there. Bringing your attention there to that chakra, I want you to state, activate the 70D Arcturian Reiki frequency now. And after stating that, you will probably start to feel a little bit of buzzing in your crown area, head, and maybe even chest area as well. And once I said that, I can kind of feel that buzzing going on in this part of my body. And now we need to activate the frequency again at our bottom transpersonal chakra, which is 7 feet below our tailbone. So again, I'm sitting down. So that bottom transpersonal chakra would literally be through the floor right now. So I'm going to bring my attention to that bottom transpersonal chakra, which is like literally below the floor. And I'm just going to bring my attention there and state, activate the 70D Arcturian Reiki frequency now. And I'm going to literally feel through my root chakra the energy come up through the floor, come up through Mother Earth, and connect with the energy that came down from my first activation that I did with the top transpersonal chakra. And now the energy is kind of building in me right now. And you're going to want to wait 10 to 15 seconds for the energy to build before starting the healing. So I'm just going to wait a few more seconds for that energy to build within me. And now we're ready to do the healing. So we're going to send this energy to someone else. So we're going to do that by stating, I now run the 70D Arcturian Reiki frequency on whoever the name of your client is. Let's say it's John. So I now run the 70D Arcturian Reiki frequency on John in order to clear any blockages in his chakras. And then I'm just going to put my hands up like this. and the energy is now going to be running through me. And just like any distance Reiki session, you're just going to be holding space and allowing that energy to run through you. And that's all you do. At this stage, it's just a standard distance Reiki healing session. Okay? And this is assuming that it's a distance healing session. If you are in person with the person that you're healing, then you can feel free to actually lay your hands on the person. You can do a hands-on healing if you would like, using standard hands-on Reiki healing techniques. You can put your hands on their chest, on their head, wherever you want to place your hands for a hands-on healing. If they're in person, you can do that. That's totally cool too. All right? So, let's say you've been running this healing for 30 minutes or 45 minutes or 60 minutes, however long you usually run your healings for. So now we're going to end the healing, and we're going to do that by first deactivating the frequency. And we do that by just bringing our attention to the top transpersonal chakra, 7 feet above your head, and we just say, deactivate. And you'll feel that energy kind of turn off. And then we bring our attention to the bottom transpersonal chakra, and we again say, deactivate. And the energy there also shuts off. So now we can feel that the arcturian Reiki frequency is no longer running. And then we're going to, and this is just what I do with every energy healing session that I do with my clients, we're going to just do a karate chop in front, on top, on the sides, and behind, just to cut any cords that might have been formed during that healing session. And then lastly, we're just going to send whatever energy we accumulated from the client down to Mother Earth. And you can just do that quickly just by waving your hands down towards the ground and towards the earth. And that's it. That's all you need to do to run an arcturian Reiki healing session on someone else. So let's talk about how to run an arcturian Reiki healing session on yourself, how to do a self-healing session. And it's almost the same as doing a healing session on someone else, but it's slightly different. So I kind of want to explain the difference. So again, the first 3 steps are always the same. We are going to connect to Mother Earth, and we say that by just bringing our attention to Mother Earth, sending some energy there from our hands to Mother Earth for just a second or two, and saying connect. And once we say connect, we're going to feel a little kind of like anchoring into Mother Earth after we say that. There we go. And then we're going to bring our attention to the 7th transpersonal chakra, to the top transpersonal chakra, which is 7 feet above our head, above our crown. We're just going to bring our attention there and say, activate the 70D Arcturian Reiki frequency now. And we're going to feel that energy kind of like start buzzing in our crown, head, maybe in our chest too. We feel that going. And then we're going to activate it at the bottom transpersonal chakra, which again is 7 feet below our tailbone, below our root chakra. We're going to bring our attention to that chakra, which is literally going to be below the floor in this instance. And we're going to say, activate the 70D Arcturian Reiki frequency now. And I literally kind of feel that energy come through my root chakra, shoot up, and connect with the other energy that has come through my crown, and kind of connect and build up in my torso area. And I feel it running now all through my torso, and it's building, and I'm going to give it a few more seconds just to build before starting the self-healing session. Okay, I think we're ready. And we're going to start the self-healing by stating, I now run the 70D Arcturian Reiki frequency on myself in order to clear any chakra blockages in my body for the next 60 minutes. And now I'm feeling the energy run, and the self-healing is happening. And I could do it for whatever amount of time that I want. I could do it for 45 minutes, 60 minutes, 30 minutes, 2 hours if I want. It's totally up to me how long I run that frequency for. And once you command it to run for that specific amount of time on yourself, it's going and it's running on you in an automated fashion, and you can lay down or sit down or relax or watch TV or go for a walk. You can pretty much go about your life after you start the session on yourself. You don't need to like lay down and have your hands on your chest and do the self-healing that way. You don't need to like manually do the self-healing. It's all automated. It's all like happening through you. So once the 60 minutes is up, it just shuts off. It just deactivates. You don't need to do anything. So that's like really nice. The self-healing is pretty much fully automated. The one thing that I'll say is that if you are doing a self-healing on yourself, you want to make sure you're not doing anything too strenuous. You want to make sure you're not doing work. You want to make sure you're not doing, you want to make sure you're not at the gym working out. You want to make sure you're not studying. You just want to make sure that your mind is fully relaxed and that your body is fully relaxed, just so the energy can integrate quicker and just to be safe. So that is how you use the 70D Arcturian Reiki frequency in a healing on someone else, or in a self-healing for yourself. And this is a really, really amazing frequency. It's allowed me to clear out almost all of my chakra blockages. I'm at a stage now where I actually don't have any chakra blockages or any trauma in my body. I've been able to release all that stuff fully, and this frequency played a huge part in that. So I think this frequency is really going to allow you, if you allow it, it's going to allow you to take your practice to the next level, take your healing techniques to the next level, and your vibration to the next level. So I'm really excited that you purchased the 70D Arcturian Reiki frequency attunement. And thank you for watching the video. And if you have any additional questions on how to do healings on yourself or your clients, or just have general questions on how the frequency works, feel free to email me at pete@thereikiclub.com. Again, that's pete@thereikiclub.com. And I will get back to you as soon as possible over email to answer your questions. Thank you so much for watching the video. Thank you so much for purchasing the attunement and for purchasing something from the Reiki Club. And I wish you and your business and your healings and your vibration fortune, happiness, and joy. And thank you again for watching. Namaste.